Hello, my beautiful specimen. We're going over what protected highs and lows are. Should be a really quick, easy video. They're not too complicated, and they're really straightforward. So what is a protected high or low? Protected high or low is what I see is a high or low that has no liquidity, hence we shouldn't go to it and we trade away from. If we know the markets are always chasing liquidity, we know that price shouldn't go past these protected highs or lows because there's no liquidity past them. And we should go on to the next target. This last week on Friday, we had a perfect example of a protected high or low. This high is protected. You can see we have A, M, D. We break structure, confirming that this manipulation has ended. We swept liquidity. But how do we know it's fully protected? When we have a new AMD cycle towards it. You can see we have a M break structure. So this is confirming that manipulation has ended right here. But how do we know that this AMD cycle confirmed that this high is protected? Well, think about it like this logically. If there's any liquidity at this point right here, past this high right here, past this high, money, right? Ask yourself, wouldn't this manipulation up have taken it out and then went down? But because it didn't, this is basically telling us that, hey, this manipulation ended right here. There's no liquidity past here, hence no reason for manipulation to keep going up and then dump. Manipulation ended here, telling us no liquidity past here, and all we can do is expect to trade away from this high. But how do we know that this high is protected? So when we have an AMD cycle towards this high and we don't take this high out either, you can see we have accumulation, manipulate, take out this high, and then we dump. We make equal highs here, and on MNQ we don't take it at all. But we don't take this high out, telling us that there's no liquidity at this high and no liquidity at this high. So all we would do is, enter off of a reaction or entry trigger or whatnot. You can see that we tap into this area, right? We sweep. We have a fat rejection wick, and all you can do is just enter off the CE of this rejection wick. Put your stop loss like right here. Some of you guys asked if I use entry triggers. This is the only entry trigger I use. Put your stops at this high, and then just, target your draws. And that's basically what a protected high or low is. Let's go over another example of this. This was last Friday's New York, or I think Thursday New York session. Let's go over it. You can see we have accumulation, manipulation, we sweep. Think about it like this logically. If there's any liquidity over here, this manipulation up would have taken it out. But because we didn't and we broke structure on the 1 minute right here, we can say like right here too. We can assume that, hey, there's no liquidity here, here, or here, because we didn't take it out. And we can assume that, hey, we're going to trade away from this high, and this high. But how do we know that this high is protected? When we have a new AMD cycle, we have A, M, we don't take out this high, and we actually put a divergence in, saying that, hey, this high has been taken out on one asset, but we have stronger draws on the other asset. So all we could do is literally just enter. This high is protected, has a divergence. We can assume that these draws are going to be taken out. Why are these ones not protected? Well, you can see, if we use our eyes, you can see that our higher time frame is bearish as fuck. So look, we have a stop loss, like someone's retail trader stop loss here, here, and here. So we would take their stops out, and they would get fucked. Okay, essentially. And look, how do we know that this high is protected? We have a new AMD cycle. We manipulate up, we sweep these highs. If there's any liquidity at this high, this manipulation up would have taken it. Because we ended manipulation here with the 1 minute break of structure, all you could do is put your limit there, trade away. That's all protected highs or lows are. So backtest this, use this to your knowledge. The one thing that I recommend is actually mastering protected highs or lows, because this is one of the most important things that I use every day.